the door. You just use the look on his face. You're doing this to the advantage of
But you will survive and you will be safe.
And I'm sure 10 minutes after we leave.
Okay, welcome everybody. If you'd like to join us for the Pledge of Allegiance that Councilwoman Calling is to lead us in.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, attendance. Everybody's here but Bruce this evening. Yeah, are there any additions or deletions?
Yep.
Going once, going twice. Okay. We need to approve minutes from July 14th regular council meeting and July 21st work session.
I move we approve the minutes from the July 14th council meeting and the July 21st work session as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Reports. Ms. Calling.
Nothing.
You do want to get out of here to go on vacation, don't you? Margaret?
I'm going to slow her down just a little bit.
Okay.
All right. And the landfill, the expansion of the Greens Department will not be taking place, as the town has indicated that particular parcel of land being considered for expansion of the Greens Department is to be retained by the town for future storage use. The Greens Department is still actively looking to create more free production of food for the people in our community and still interested in at some time establishing a site to use as a resource for people to learn how to create and care for personal gardens and how to preserve garden produce for personal consumption. Recently, gravel was laid down in the area in front of the Greens Department to reduce mud, which was nice, and they're continuing to work on the rotomill application on the roads. The rotomill is very much appreciated. It's going to make that place a lot less dusty. The new gatehouse that was due in February has arrived and will be in full operation when the on-site installation is complete, so don't hold your breath. So a couple of notes of interest with the 2-year completion of the 4th Street Water and Sewer project, approximately 70% of the town will have new sewer, water, and lines. This is something the town can be very proud of. Number 2, in the process of developing a project to replace the cast iron pipe from our water system into town, and this is also something that very much is needed. The Wyoming Highway Department is now planning to replace the bridge over Deer Creek next summer. Always something to look forward to. And next summer will be the 50th annual Deer Creek Days. Anyone interested in promoting or working on this project need only contact the Elevate Glenrock folks, who will be very happy to hear from you. And should you notice dirt moving just off the interstate exit from Casper, that's soon to become a large new fireworks stand. Since next year is the 250th anniversary of our country, this should create a good business opportunity for this type of business. Lastly, the 10-acre commercial property for sale just off the interstate has a huge easement across it, which could be interesting. So I guess I need to define a couple of notes upgraded to a couple equals 6. And this is a very special vacation time for our mayor, who is spending time with a great-grandson. A very nice thing to be able to do. Thank you.
Can I make a comment about the, I want to say dump, and I know that's not the appropriate, landfill. This last week I visited with some people who had just moved here from Baltimore. And they just went on and on and on about how wonderful the people at the landfill. They called it the transfer station. I had to confirm that that's what they were talking about. But they did, if you would just pass on that the people were very pleased, although they're from Baltimore and they were just pleased as punch at everything they saw around here, and everybody was wonderful after coming from Baltimore. So. But they did particularly tell me about the landfill people.
That's nice. We have a really good crew up there that are working hard to serve the public as best they can.
Do we know how much longer until they can start taking waste oil up there again?
No, it's kind of like the gatehouse. We're
Is,
still-
is that part of the gatehouse
No,
project?
it's not part of it, but it's in that same kind of project development. We're hoping soon, however you want to define soon.
Soon. Okay, I like
Is
soon.
that the new trailer that's up there, the beige trailer, is that their new office?
That's their
Gonna
new
be-
gatehouse, yes.
So where they're going to put plumbing in and stuff?
Yeah, I guess, I haven't been up there to check on it because
I saw the plumbing going in. I'd be happy about that, I'm sure.
it's such a dreadful experience going up that hill and having to wait down here and wait up there. So I'm waiting for the traffic to move up on the other side of the landfill.
It's not bad on the weekends.
Yeah.
Not bad on the weekend. I'm not sure they're open on the weekends, the gatehouse. They're
They're open on
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, but whether there's anyone that can get
And
you
if
the
you wait
gate.
till Saturday, then you don't get the pilot car past the light. You just get the light,
Yep.
which is pretty quick.
Okay.
Roy,
I have nothing to report this
Okay.
time.
Tammy?
I have nothing.
Wow. Kelly?
Just evening, Mayor and Council. Had a really good time at the APT conference. It was well worth it. Lots of finance talks, which are boring for everybody else, but okay for me. I'm newly appointed to their board for 2 years, and also received chairman of the membership committee. So we'll see how that goes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Or condolences, we're not sure.
I just wanted to tell you guys that if you want to bring your budget books in, I have updated pages for them printed and ready to go, and I'll be happy to put them in the right order.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all.
John?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. One thing is I'm glad to announce that Knife River finally completed
Oh,
Keller and Ninth. They just have a few little nitpicky things on the edges to do, but the road project is done.
good deal.
Other than that, I know you're going to probably want to ask some questions about Fourth, and other than that, I don't have a lot.
Okay. Is that railing at the health district on their punch list still?
Yes.
Okay. I figured it was, because
It
it's
is.
still not done.
But I mean, the
That's been a
majority
project.
of
Most of the other
the
stuff is
majority
done.
of the paving and the water, all that's
Saw the diamonds got poured last week.
Yep.
Cut, yeah.
John, do you know when they're actually going to start tearing up 4th Street?
No, we're going to have a meeting Wednesday with the engineers and with Grizzly is who we picked. And
We have
then
to
they'll
officially-
they'll let us know they're going to start. I don't want to say yet. Let me get
Soon.
through a
Soon.
meeting with them, and then they'll get a game plan to let you know a better
But
idea.
it probably will be before this summer sometime, you would think?
No, I think it'll be towards the fall.
Okay. So we want to enjoy driving up and down it all summer then.
Well, I'm going to talk to them.
I wouldn't go quite that far.
Fourth Street up in the winter. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Lyle?
Evening, council. 60 building permits to date. Inspections are going pretty steady. Got a lot of questions on building projects coming in, and tree applications seem to be pretty steady as well. Wanted to thank Coulter and Stewart for, I had a pretty difficult compliance issue last couple of weeks. We finished that today, and Stewart was a big help, so that was nice. We talked about in our last workshop, the steering committee coming up with a letter to hand to the health clinic. So I got that letter. I'll give you guys a copy of it, and I want to get that to them before they have a meeting. So if you guys got any comments, maybe you
But when do they meet again, Lyle?
I don't
The
know.
last Thursday in August, isn't it?
Well, we have the last Thursday in August, but I talked to one of the other members, and we're going to get together and put an email out, maybe have a special meeting before then, if you have something for us. So,
Yeah, I got a letter for you. So
okay, well, we'll
it's from the steering committee basically, but I would have brought it to you from the mayor, but since he couldn't sign it,
I'll let the board know and then
okay.
get back to you guys.
We've got almost 3 weeks before that next meeting in the health district, so
Yeah,
we've got a little bit of
I want
time to
to
get this done.
The 10th.
Okay, we're good.
So that's all I got.
Okay, Chevy?
Good evening, council. Events are going good. We have 3 theater Thursdays left, 4 concerts left, and 2 date night movies left. So kind of winding down the season.
The concerts were awesome.
Yep,
The
they're
last
going.
4 weeks have been crazy down there. It's been really fun.
It's been busy.
Looking forward to the fall.
I am, a little bit. All to do, wind up for next year again, yeah.
You haven't had any major problems with any of your plumbing this summer, have you?
No, the splash pad's running great. It's balanced. We had state inspectors, and it cleared all of those, and that will be up until September 1st will be the last day for that. But it's been going really well.
Good.
Coulter.
Evening, Mayor and Council. Just had a busy couple of weeks with the Cowboy Crusher bike race, the classes of 70 through 79 reunion, and last weekend we had the Battle of the Bands most recently, but all went off without a hitch. It was pretty pleasant ordeals, so.
A lot of extra people in town, or old people back in, not old people, people that have been here previously back in town for some events.
I
That was
heard
bad.
about that reunion.
That was
I
bad.
thought it said 70, and I go, man, I saw those people, and I'm going, that class is that big? And then found out it's for the decade.
It was, yeah, the decade. I initially thought it was 72, and I'm like, there's a lot of people in that class.
Coulter, how did the Battle of the Bands go out in the park?
I didn't win.
You didn't win?
No.
It wasn't
Do
a
the
good big
solo
one.
act.
It went well. It was definitely not the attendance numbers that they usually have by any means, so.
Not everything went smoothly and just battled along?
Yeah, I guess so. It was an uneventful event,
That's good.
so, you know.
Jeff, are you here for fire? Okay, come on up.
Good evening, Council, Mayor Pro Tem.
Pro tempore.
I guess big news for us is today we closed on that property there where Impong's at. So if you've been by there the last few weeks, you've seen some things changing, and he has until the 15th of August to get all of his stuff removed from that property, and then we'll commence to we're in the process of getting some pricing to knock the building down and do some repairs on that wall between that property and the homeowner there to the north of us. We'll have to remove some trees and stuff, but that's all kind of in motion, and but I guess you all and the fire department are the proud new owners of that property. So I think it'll make it a lot nicer. That corner coming out of there with all those cars is kind of a hazard. So hopefully we can spruce that up a little bit and make it a nicer thing for us. And then I guess, John, I'll probably be getting with you as things go over there. And we've talked a little bit about the water and sewer. We might as well make sure that that's all capped off so we don't have any problems down the road, and so we'll work on that. I think you said that the new water isn't tied in to that. Is that correct?
The water's turned off because there was a lot of damage in the building, so it hasn't been on for quite some time.
Okay.
The sewer just got a new tap onto the existing lines from that building off the alley, but that isn't.
So we can cap that fairly easy. Okay. And then we'll disconnect power, and the gas isn't going there. It doesn't look like now. So I think the biggest obstacle we'll have is power right now then. And it'll get turned off the 15th as well. So other than that, we're just kind of waiting to see where the expansion's at on the fire hall, and those guys aren't hungry enough. They're not very communicative, I tell you. But other than that, Tammy, the license plate for that old truck, I don't think we need to get one. It hasn't run in a couple of years. We got to do a water pump winding on it, so I think we're good on that.
Are you staying for the whole meeting?
No, got grandkids in town. I'm gonna go see them for a little bit before I gotta go back to work.
If you feel like it, there's a couple license plates on the table up in my office for you guys, or you can.
What are they for, do you know? Because we got all black license plates, or all these new license plates on everything. We put in for them right 2-3 months ago.
If you want, I can email you the.
Okay, just email me what they are, and
descriptions and
we'll get it taken care of one way.
Jeff, they're blue.
They're
Not
not black,
black.
they're blue.
They look like a big bruise.
They're the color of the Wyoming flag.
Yeah, but grass fire wise, we've not had, we've had 1 or 2 grass fires. The fire ban that's in place now, I think will help that. 4th of July went off without any problems, other than the fact that we kind of, that first night got overrun with what we usually get in 2 nights. So next year, I guess they'll go ahead and throw it out. July 3rd and 4th, we'd like to have South Rec available, and I'm
It could be
shuddering.
big, man.
I was going to say, we're
Could be big.
asking for everybody to come and do kind of like mass program planning, because there's going to be so much going on.
Yeah.
Not to say that wouldn't be a main part of it, but
We, the second night, we toyed around with being a little more organized in parking rather than just, you come through the gate and kind of go as you please and park where you want.
well, for next year, you might want to do that
Well,
the whole time.
That's kind of what we were working on is a plan for next year, is see how it'd work. And, I think in doing that, you get more vehicles in there if you
Kind of
make them
organized.
park a little more organized. But we had people in there. I was out there the morning of that Friday morning at 7 o'clock, and there was people there already pitching tents up out there. So it was, didn't know that $10 was that big a deal, but I guess it was. And we'll probably do some requests next year of maybe closing it or something the day or two before.
That's some of the things that Bruce and I had been talking about. We need to sit down with everybody and
Yeah.
kind of realize that that's going to be a big
Let us
thing.
know. We're more than glad. That's an awesome place to have it, and I tell you, we've heard rumors that Bar None is looking at doing the same thing out there. More power to them.
I've
I
had a
think we're
couple
gonna be
calls
sure-
from some surrounding communities
Yeah.
asking. I direct them to you.
I called that newspaper guy, and he never returned my call. So, but and then Glendo, I guess, did it out at the lake, something similar, and then Douglas's council and mayor is pushing those guys to do something similar as well. So, I mean, it gives the kids an outstanding opportunity to make some money, so they're not going around beating on people's doors. And, it's a fairly protected environment for them as far as their safety goes. There's somebody there to look out after them. They're not just running around helter-skelter and doing things. But so, I mean, there's a lot of benefit to it, and it dang sure saved us a lot of work and stuff from what we used to do before we did it. So we appreciate that. And I will tell you, the town crew guys, John decided he'd go on vacation because he'd had enough of me, I think, on Thursday. So he was leaving. But I can't say enough about how those guys helped out and gals. They went out and dumped garbages. Usually we don't have to do that midway, and by golly, they went out Saturday and did it for us. So hats off to those guys, and thank you very much for everything with that. We appreciate it, and I know that all the participants from far and wide appreciate it too. And then I think the town square thing Saturday night, I think, helped take some pressure off too. So do that again next year on both nights, would you? But no. Any questions for me on any of the stuff that we've got going on?
So Impong's moving his stuff from there to.
Yeah,
see
he's
it out
he's
east.
going out to your neighborhood, Roy. Hopefully it doesn't get quite as trashy.
It looks like he's being more selective and maybe getting rid of the ones
Yeah,
that can't run.
He's had the I don't know what they call it out here, the scrap yard. He's been there the last couple of
junkyard.
days.
It's called The Junkyard. That's the name of it. Yeah.
He's been the last couple of days hauling stuff
Yeah.
out there, and so hopefully by the end of the week he's got the lot cleaned up, and then we'll get the weeds mowed, Lyle. So don't send anybody after me, okay? So that's the goal, is to make it a little bit nicer.
Well, it's going to be nice to be able to see out on the road.
Yeah. And for the tree grant, I guess while I'm here and I'm flapping my gums, are we eligible for that?
I think we talked about that, private or
Yeah.
I'm sure.
We as in the fire department, or we as in?
We as in the fire department.
why would we make the fire department get a tree grant to remove trees when it's town property?
Yeah.
I guess
I
that's
don't
my
think-
question. And
I just
Imagine
want to
it
know
come
if
out
we
of the
could put
budget.
in for the reimbursement.
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't ask that question. You can't put in for the reimbursement if the town takes the trees down. No.
Oh, we'd take okay.
I think it probably would just come out of the
I think it's
budget
probably
somewhere.
Okay, I just, because, you know, on the things that I've watched you guys do, there's been two prices, and for what we got to take down, it's not on the bid spectrum as far as cost goes, so I'll just go ahead and tell the guy that come and looked at it and told me what it was going to cost today. Do it, he's here in town, and we'll get on his schedule, because everybody's busy, it seems like.
So is that something that, I don't know the answer, I'm just asking, is that something that we would want an arborist to do, or is that something that you're comfortable doing, John, or?
We usually have the bigger trees taken out.
Okay.
by-
I just want to make sure that you're on the same page, that that's what you would want
And
done.
we got the neighbor there, I can't
To the
remember
north.
his name. Yeah. Some of his trees are gonna have to be cleaned up a little bit, and I would just as soon me not be up there with the chainsaw cutting somebody else's trees, so.
He's aware of that.
Yeah, but no, we visited with him.
So
today.
then is this something that fire departments is going to do and submit us the bill for reimbursement, or how should we do this, John? I don't know.
Well, or Kelly.
Kelly?
There's funds in the tree budget that we use for trimming trees around town. If it's on our property, I would think we just pay for it.
Okay.
That's
Have them
probably
submit theirs.
better than doing the tree grant,
I don't-
because first of all, you have to do the grant before you do the trees. And second of all, it's only up to $1,000, whereas I think Kelly's suggestion.
I'm liking this idea a
Yeah.
lot better. Because this all did
Sounds
come in
better.
after budget, after we submitted our budget.
So let's just have you and Kelly get together and figure
Okay,
out
I'll-
what it's going to be, and we'll go forward from there.
Okay, I'll get with her next week, and
Okay.
I'll email you the quote I got today, and then I'll get with you next Monday if you're around. Okay.
Thanks,
Okay.
Jeff.
Thank you, guys. Have a good week, okay?
The next thing on the agenda is items from the floor. This would be a good place for Ms. Reddick to come speak to us.
Yes, I'm up.
You're up, Rita.
Good evening, Council. I'm Rita Reddick. I'm with the Glenorchy Porters Rendezvous. As you know, I have a card. It's got the dates on there. Every year we grow. Every year we seem to get bigger and bigger and better and better.
Love that sign.
And last year we had some comments, quite a few comments. There was a group of people, and this was the most exciting thing for us. There was a group of people there that came from back east somewhere. I'm not sure where they were from. But anyway, they made plans to meet at the rendezvous. And so we had a group of people that met there. And one of the comments that we heard over and over and over again was, there's no signs. There's no signs. We don't know where it is. We don't know where to get to it. We don't know anything. So that was a big push for us this year, was to have some signs made. So we have 10 that look like this.
They're neat.
And this is a 2-foot one, and then we have 5 that are 3-foot signs across. The 3-foot signs, we want to put one just as the entrance when you come down to Miller Lane, one there, because people don't know that that's where the rendezvous goes, because the wagons can't go under the trestle because they hang up. So we block that off and make everybody come through the other way. So we've got that pretty much covered. And those are going to be set in an old wagon rim, the metal that goes around the wooden wheels. We have a few of those, and we have a guy that's building us, fixing it so we can set those and then put these signs inside of those. So our next problem is we have 10 of these, and they were supposed to come ready to display. Well, guess what? They're not. They're just round signs. So my question to you is, and I've talked with John about it, and he said, you better ask. There's signs uptown for the businesses, the metal signs that have the businesses in them, and they're roughly, yeah. Would it be okay with you guys if we were to we're going to drill holes in these and just zip tie them to those signs for a week?
Great
And-
idea, do it.
And then we would take them down. We thought about trying to put them up tall, like on the posts, like where the banners go. But John's informed me that those are done from the school. The school makes those things, and then I'm looking at these, and I don't know how in the world you'd make a frame because I'm just me. I wouldn't know how to go about doing that. So anyway, if it would be okay with you, we have 10 of these. We would like to put one at the entrance coming in from Deer Creek Road, one from the old highway, one from the interstate somewhere, one from 93 and Platte, right in there, and then the rest of them around town. And we would hook them on where those signs are, so most of them be uptown, unless we could just find somebody that just, we could put some someplace else if we wanted to. But I think it wouldn't be hard for us to find a place to put 10 of these.
When are you going to put them up?
When?
At least 2 weeks ahead of time, I hope?
Well, that just depends on how soon you will let us do that. If it's okay, we put them up 2 weeks ahead of time, yes, we will do that 2 weeks ahead of time.
I mean, so people coming through here, they get
They
the
do.
word out and they pass the word on.
They do,
They're
yes.
beautiful signs.
Yes, and we have a big push on the tourism board this year has done a great job with helping us to promote. And we have a lot of promotion going out through Facebook and the local media and Elevate. And so I think the signs will really help. We've done a lot of advertising on radios. A lot of that goes out, the Roundup paper and a lot of those things. State Fair is 2 weeks before this one. And so we do a big push. We partnered with the State Fair Wagon Show. So that really helps because it's just kind of, okay, the wagons go there, they rest a week, they come to us. We could have as many as 30 wagons this year. I don't know where we're going to put them, but we have a great wagon boss, and she does an amazing job.
Have you considered putting some up at the state fair, having one at the state fair, or maybe even hanging some in Douglas somewhere?
Well, we have a sign like this that's going to State Fair. It'll be at the wagon show at State Fair. So depending on where we can put a few, and we may stick one in Casper or Douglas. I don't know that I want to go and put one in Casper. I'm not sure that was going to do us a whole lot of good.
Douglas could, though.
It could. I mean, we have wagons coming from Casper. So we have wagons coming from all over. And we even have a stagecoach supposed to be coming this year. So I'm excited. So I'm just hoping that you guys will say, yeah, just put these wherever we can find a spot.
John, do you have any issues, any reservations at all about her doing this?
I talked to her, I thought, we're good. I just didn't know if you guys would be okay with covering up the advertising of the building.
We're covering up the advertising on the bike rack for a week. I mean, or 2 weeks. I don't. Does anybody see an issue with it?
No, that's town property,
I think
right?
it'd be beautiful.
Good.
I mean, it belongs to the town, so we can say, okay.
Yeah.
Go forth and conquer.
All right. I appreciate it a lot. And we'll see you all at the rendezvous.
Okay.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it, Rita. Thank you. Any other items from the floor? Any other items from the floor? Old business. We have none. Is that correct?
None.
Okay. New business. We have a tree grant application for Miss Connie Wood up on South First Street. I believe we've got 2 different bids in here. So I would entertain a motion for the tree grant, and then we can discuss it.
I move we approve this tree grant from Miss Connie Wood.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and a second for discussion. Looks like we've got a $2,000 bid and an $1,800 bid. Pictures attached. I believe that we normally approve these up to 50%, up to $1,000. Is that correct? Yes. So we're making the motion is for $900. Do we have any more discussion about this one?
I just have a couple of questions. First, I just want to be sure that we are aware that she has spoken to her neighbor because the grant is for her to cut down her neighbor's trees. And I did walk up there. They are right on the fence line, which I am assuming is the property line, and they do go way over, they are certainly reachable from her property. And common law is that if it hangs over into your property, you're allowed to do that. I would just want to be sure that the
I checked with our lawyer, and that is
right.
right.
And
Line straight up, and you're allowed to cut.
what my question is, I'm wondering, just because it's a neighborhood thing, has it been discussed between the two
Parties.
just to save an issue? And are the arborists clear that they have to stay on Ms. Wood's property and go right up the plane of the property line? Well, if we just make it contingent upon their being aware of that. I certainly don't have a problem with this. I just don't want us to be funding what could become a
I didn't
dispute.
notice that it was the tree was on the other. I didn't notice that at first. Thank you for pointing that out to me.
Right.
It is kind of in the description.
Yeah, I read it, but it didn't sink in.
We
be
have
honest.
worked
That
with
happens.
Treebees a little bit, and Treebee will not do he told us he will not do a tree that is overhanging or has any connection with the neighbor's property without first have cleared it with both parties. He won't even touch it. Now, I see what,
She does say in the description that the other owners refused.
Right.
Oh,
Which is fine. I can understand that. Go ahead and do it yourself. I just could foresee there being, I was going to use a term that I probably shouldn't use, a contest of some sort.
We understand.
She said it was
what you
okay.
meant.
Yes, that if we could avoid that, it would be nice, if somebody would go up to the door and say, knock, knock, the trees are coming down.
Okay.
I'm not saying that that's even our,
Yeah. So we have a motion and a second to approve it for $900, as long as Lyle goes and makes sure that everybody knows what's happening up there. Anything else?
Right.
We good with that then?
my only comment here is that there's like $200 difference between these bids, and I just kind of like to do in-town business if we can. One of them's in town, one of them's out of town. That slight business, that difference, is it worth going for the $200 more?
I think the way our ordinance is written, we
Yeah,
take the
go a
lowest
little
bid.
Yeah.
we take up to $1,000, half of
Half
the
of the
lowest bid.
Yep.
Yeah.
I understand why you're saying the $200, but the way the ordinance is written is that we have to take it for the half of the lowest.
And we don't say who gets it, so if she offers it to the in-town, they may take it for the,
So she may be able to give it, she may choose to give Treesbees. We're only giving 900 because that's half the lowest
The
bid.
lowest bid. So
If she
it's her
chooses to go with a
choice
more
then.
expensive person, that's her prerogative.
yeah, that's all we're going.
We're only matching that lowest
At the
bid.
lowest, okay.
That's my
that
impression.
That makes sense then.
Okay. All right, so motion second, a lot of discussion. Anything else? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next thing on the agenda is a resolution 25-10, the award bid for the Glenrock Water Replacement Project. I'll read it by title, and I'll read it, and then we'll get a motion in a second, and then we'll have a lot of discussion, hopefully. Some discussion. Resolution 25-10, a resolution approving award of bid for the Glenrock Water Replacement Project. Whereas the town of Glenrock has approved the Glenrock Water Replacement Project. Whereas request for bids for the Glenrock Water Replacement Project was published June 25, 2025, July 2nd, 2025, and July 9th, 2025. And whereas a mandatory pre-bid meeting was held July 9th, 2025 at 10 a.m. at Glenrock Town Hall. And whereas 5 bids were received and opened by Ray Catalier, engineer, on July 23rd, 2025 at 10 a.m., Glenrock Town Hall, and were as follows. Grizzly Excavating Construction, $4,350,787. Knife River Inc., $4,633,222.85. Andrian Hunt Construction, $4,756,980. 71 Construction, $4,873,917.87. And the fifth one, Offendall Construction, for $5,454,685. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town of Glenrock awards the bid as follows. Grizzly Excavating and Construction for $4,350,787. Passed and approved and adopted this 28th day of July 2025. May I have a motion?
I move that we pass Resolution 2025-10.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Motion and second. Discussion. Earlier today, I asked, or over the weekend and earlier today, I asked if we could get a map. Just kind of shows where this project is for the visual learners, which I am one of those. And I also asked for a little bit of definition from Kelly as to where the pots of money are coming from for this project. So if it's okay, can you do that, and then we'll discuss some more.
So we still have remaining from the Third Street project, which we can use as carryover onto this one, $1,425,624. And my understanding is that, I haven't visited with Ray recently on it, but he was going to approach SLIB again for more. So that's where we're at.
Okay.
And I'm very happy that the bids came in less than $7 million.
Much less, because the engineer's estimate was 6.2, it looks like, and
At one point, we were talking 7.
over 7.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's nice that it's not.
It is very nice that it's not. Okay, John, do you have something there in front of you, map wise?
It's up here.
Kind of.
It's not super clear on this one, the print anyway, but maybe John could walk through it.
Okay, water replacement will go from Cedar Street down 4th Street.
Do you want me to go to the water one?
You can. What are you looking at?
So that's
This is
paving.
just-
This is
huh?
just paving.
That's paving, okay, we can go paving. They're gonna do a complete, or they're gonna do a, I think it's a complete overlay. And, no, that's a trench patch on 4th Street, where we dig the trench for the new water line. There'll be, I have to look, there is, I think Elk Street is one, that will be a complete reconstruction, because the road's tore up pretty bad there.
Yes, it is.
We've had other problems. The rest of it will be just trench patch and build. With that, I think we're going to try to do some milling and overlay after we're done with the trench patch. Sidewalks, we just walked through, found real bad areas that were cracked or broke up, and tried to keep that to a minimum because the thing was growing pretty heavy. There's a couple retaining walls also that we had to do because of the way they're built and the way we're going to run the new lines in and stuff. The sidewalks on Grove Street, it's quite a mess how that was all put together from 5th to Grove. And it's not really what we wanted, but I mean, we were going to start encroaching on people's property pretty heavy to do it.
Right there by the school, right? Is that right by the school?
Up a block.
One
Up
block.
one block.
It's starting up.
Street
Yep.
going
Grove.
west.
Yeah,
But that's-
okay, yeah,
There's a
yeah.
retaining wall on the corner of Grove
Yeah,
and,
yep.
and 4th. Part of that's going to be taken out, and it's going to be kind of angled to clean that up so we can put a new sidewalk in down lower. We're going to get rid of the sidewalks up on the
On the hill.
Parkway
Okay.
and just have sidewalk where we can down next to the street, so we're not liable for all that sidewalk. Both 2 sidewalks instead of
Okay.
just one.
That's just what I was going to ask, is which set of sidewalks we were going to
Street sidewalk.
get rid of. So the lower one is going to be
Next to
the
the street
good.
is our sidewalk.
Okay.
One up in the Parkway is their property, and it's going to be their sidewalk.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if there's any other questions on that part of it, paving and such.
Are the landowners aware of what's going to be happening to those sidewalks, John?
Well, I haven't gone and talked to everyone. No, I put some stuff out, but I can advertise that a little more if we want.
Have they been fairly positive about this project?
What's that?
Have they been fairly positive about the sidewalk improvement project?
I haven't really talked to many people about it, no.
Geez, I think they would. I think it would improve their property. They'd love it.
Well, yeah, some of that sidewalk that's so tore up.
Yeah, anything would be an improvement.
Sidewalk in front of their house.
They're not going to like the work being done at the time.
They'll like it after.
But the end result would be really nice for them.
Yeah, I agree. Nobody likes construction,
No.
but it's an evil that we must do. We have to.
The only way you get to the end.
And do the construction companies usually go out and in the past, I thought those people kind of go from door to door and let people know what's going on.
If they're going to start tearing stuff up, they usually go and notify everybody, and we try to talk to people also before they start tearing up. But if it's
And don't you
just starting-
hang some signs on doors? I know when you were on, where do I live on?
Seconds.
On Second Street, if they didn't talk to us, they at least
Hung something on your door.
Did that.
Oh,
They
okay.
notify you.
And since since we're just approving them, nobody knows who was supposed to go out and
Yeah,
notify
so I
you.
mean,
It'll happen.
I mean, that can be something in a construction meeting that they can
Sure.
talk about. Just ask them to make sure we do some door-to-door knocks or hang door hangers or something. I'm sure everybody would be willing to do that. Does anybody have any other further questions?
I think this will be great. It's going to improve that part of town, make it look so much nicer and cleaner. What a good project. It's going to be messy and nasty, but it's going to be a really good project in the end.
So we don't know exactly when it's going to start, as he mentioned earlier. I would hope
Hopefully
that
we
we
get some more
don't
money.
tear 4th Street up before it snows, or if we do, get it tore up and get it patched, which I really don't think we can get done probably, but
Well, the speculation, what we're going to talk to Grizzly about is they want to work through the winter when they can.
right.
So they'll do side streets instead of 4th Street. Because you don't want to deal with the buses and the school people, you know, the traffic. We're going to try and, I'm going to try and talk them into just doing the side streets, Elk Deer, all that, during the winter when they can.
And some of that can
During
be
the summer,
tedious as
it's
well with
hard.
snow on those side streets. That could be tedious as well, but some of you're just going to have to work through. It's going to be, I'm glad it's your project, John, and not mine.
Oh, my phone will ring.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second.
I just have, and this is more of a comment than anything else. First of all, let me say, Russ, thank you very much for having all of this brought up so we can see it
Understand.
and discuss it. And I know this starts out, it says, whereas the town of Glen Rock has approved the water replacement project. It's unfortunate, at least I don't recall what should have been this kind of a discussion back then. So
But
we
that means
weren't-
we're doing it today.
Yes, and I realize that, and I'm just saying that I appreciate that we're having the discussion. I just kind of wish it would have been done a little earlier.
Bob takes up credit for that because I'm new to the position and it's administration, it's not where I came from.
And we've kind of.
Oh,
we've
yeah,
kind of
and I
discussed
certainly
this.
understand
Yeah, we
that.
discussed this a little bit in our, not the department head meeting, the
Work session. Budget.
but probably not to this degree. So I understand you. That's why I asked the questions over the
Right.
The total
Yes.
map of
Right.
What the engineers projected.
Well, maybe
funds
just
are.
for, I don't know if we'll
Right.
in the future have this big a project to even worry about, but
Yeah.
bringing that up,
Or have it in the workshop, you know.
yes.
It's just good information to share for everybody.
Yep.
And I'm a visual learner, so that's
Appreciate
why I asked. Anyway, so we have a motion and a second that we're going to approve Grizzly for $4,350,787. I'll call for a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by nay. Motion carries. Bills and claims. I reviewed them. I don't have any questions. Need a motion to pay our bills.
So moved.
Have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and second. Does anybody have any discussion on the bills? Anything out of the ordinary that we need to be aware of, Kelly?
I didn't see anything either.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Is there anything else to come before the council? Anything else to come before the council? Anything else to come before the council? Motion to adjourn then, please.
I move we adjourn the meeting.
Got a motion?
Second.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Have a good vacation, Judy.
See.
Don't forget